Greetings, Hive fans. Welcome to tonight's live stream. This is Game 2 in the 2022 Hive Online World Championship Round Robins Group A between the two top players in Group A. That's Quodlibet, current world champion, versus stepanzo. Game 1 was very. We'll see if stepanzo can come back Sorry, I've been muted this whole time. I thought I had unmuted myself. So you should be able to hear me now. Okay. Let me try to get caught up here in the review room. Okay, I think we are up and going. Very good. Okay. Sorry about that. Started with the muting. And we've got Quodlibet playing black, Stepanzo playing white. Quodlibet's the first player to get a beetle in play. And right currently, the beetle is available to climb up unless Stepanzo elects to pin it. Stepanzo does have two potential bugs to pin it. He could pin it with the mosquito, which could then climb up, which is what he did. That's the most common thing to do. Now, the question is, will Quodlibet allow the mosquito to come up? Nope. He then pins the mosquito with the ant. Of course, at the very beginning, it's all about fighting for qualification for the win. And when the first white beetle comes in, what Quodlibet does is very quickly warp the pill bug over, which gives the black mosquito pill bug power, but it also allows the black mosquito to cover the beetle. The beetle moves forward, so let's see what the black mosquito is going to do. He could climb up. I am going to go over here and I'm going to turn the sound on. And forgive me for mispronouncing your name. Boazu made the observation Stepanzo versus Quodlibet is crazy for a group stage match. That's a finals caliber matchup, and you're absolutely right. Because they come out of the same group, they get put in the opposite halves of the single elimination knockout rounds. So if they meet again, it will be in the finals. And we had another pairing that was very similar with Group D had Frasco 92 against Judoka, and Frasco is in the room tonight watching. Those are also two top caliber players that could very easily be meeting in the finals. And happily, the way it's been set up is with those four players being some of the favorites, if they meet each other, it will be in the semis. So the four of them, Quodlibet, Stepanzo, Frasco, and Judoka, could all make it to the semis. And this is one of the things that Quodlibet is exceptional at, and that's not immediately doing what you or I would think about doing, which would be immediately covering the beetle. Instead, he attacked with the mosquito. And Stepanzo is looking at bringing in an ant. Of course, the threat now would be for Quodlibet to spawn a beetle and then climb up with it. And so that's what Stepanzo did, was he brought in the final ant, the final white ant. And so Quodlibet could, if he wanted to, pin the white beetle. The danger, of course, would be if he brought in a beetle now, it could immediately get pinned by the white ant. Make sure you drop me a note in the chat section who you are. Marcelo Fuentes says, let's go Quodlibet. So Quodlibet has a cheering section. And I'm guessing if from Chile, it could be Marcelo Fuentes. Welcome, Marcelo. I've also tried to learn. I now have wearing my headset, and I have the review room. I'm sorry, the spectator room with sound on, so I can hear when they make a move. It will make a note in my headset. So Quodlibet still has an ant in reserve. Stepanzo's doing a very good job of controlling the outside of the hive. He has a lot more spawn points than Quodlibet does. So let's take a look at some of the options that Quodlibet might have. The danger, of course, is if he spawns an ant off of either one of his ants and it gets pinned by the white ant, then white definitely has control of the outside of the hive, but then the black beetle could almost assuredly force its way up. So let's look at potential spawn points for the beetle. If the beetle were to spawn here, then a black bug could get into there, giving beetle power to the mosquito to climb up and qualify for the win. But that might be a little bit too much of a sacrifice in the way of force just to get the beetle up this early. You are very welcome, Marcello. Appreciate you joining us this evening. A little bit disconcerting for me because I've got my live OBS here and my YouTube channel here. So it's Bozo. So where are you from, Bozo? So Quodlibet is regular about doing these deep thinks early on. So I would almost predict that the black beetle is going to come in here with then a black bug filling this trigger spot, allowing the black mosquito to climb up. Because that beetle coming in there would almost force the white ant to pin it. Then a black beetle could come in. I'm sorry, a black ant could come in, and then black's next move could bring the ant to there, forcing the mosquito up. But we'll have to see. I've got a video in the works of their first game, and there's a point I'm going to start using pause the video moments and ask you what you think players should do. And it was a definite pause the video moment that Quodlibet did something that I did not expect, but it was the game-winning move, no question about it, after seeing the results of the game. So, Bozo, where are you from? As late as it is this evening, with it 23:30 GMT, we don't have our usual contingent of European viewers joining us. Boston, okay, welcome. Go Red Sox, although they haven't been doing very well recently. And of course, you can ignore the timing on the review room. The timing that counts is over in the actual spectator room. And it is, as you notice, it's 20 minutes plus 20 seconds per turn. Neither player is in time crunch yet. Stepanzo has over 20 minutes left. Quodlibet is 12 minutes and counting. But Quodlibet is really good about this, taking time at points like this to thoroughly examine and look forward, and then he can play fairly quickly. Thanks, Bozo. I appreciate you finding my channel. I hope it's helped. Don't share the channel with your friend, and then maybe you'll be able to beat him or her more often. Although I'm just kidding about that. You should share the channel with your friends. Now, of course, the threat from white, oh, nope, he's bringing in a black spider. And this is interesting. You don't see this that often. In his book, The Canon of Hive Groundwork, world champion Joe Schultz coined the term ambiguous spider. And sure enough, the white beetle is climbing up. So white is on the verge of qualifying for the win. But here the ambiguous spider can do a pin replacement there or do a pin replacement there. Very interesting. And this is one of the things that I don't feel comfortable with at all, but Quodlibet is very, very good at this, knowing when to allow the opponent's beetle to climb atop the hive and qualify for the win with the beetle. So I'm guessing Quodlibet's going to do the pin replacement here, which will then free this ant, so it could fill this trigger spot to free a defending beetle. And sure enough, that's what he did. He performed the pin replacement that way, and sure enough, the white beetle continued moving forward. So now, if the white beetle does cover the queen, yes, it is true that white has qualified for the win, but with the pill bug and two excellent defending bugs in play. And that's interesting. The black queen is running away. And immediately gets anchored down by the white ant. And underneath the beetle, the black pill bug is not truly in a proximity pill bug position, but it is in a position to provide at least some defense to the black queen. And of course, if Quodlibet decided to defend, the black mosquito could also jump in and immediately gain pillbug power if the white beetle were to continue its movement forward. So we have a little over a week left in the third round of the round robin part of the 2022 Hive Online World Championship. And there have been 11 players have already qualified. Not all of them know their position yet. For example, these two, both Quodlibet and Stepanzo, have qualified to move on. We don't know who's going to win the group yet and take the higher seed going on into the knockout rounds. But if we have time, we'll talk about some of the other groups and who have already moved onward. And of course, the one group I mentioned earlier, Frasco, who is in the room tonight watching, he defeated two-time world champion judoka, so he's got the higher seeded spot moving on into the knockout rounds. And then in my group, Chigi and I both moved forward. Chigi won the group, I finished second. And then in the surprising group, Group F, the third and fourth players in Group F, that's Jib and Apollo Q, were the two players to move on in that group. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. So what is Quodlibet going to do now? Down to under 8 minutes on the clock. Stepanzo still over 21. Oops, what's happened? I am having big time computer issues earlier today. I think my modem, my Wi-Fi box, I actually use Ethernet connection, but my Wi-Fi box is having issues. So welcome Alexis Vallejos, another Chilean supporter of Christian. So he's got his cheering squad this evening. So, that's very surprising. I was surprised that he brought the beetle in there because it does not have the ability of moving and allowing the mosquito to climb up. And Stepanzo immediately attacks with the second beetle. So one of the key skills that the top players have is tempo counting. So with Quodlibet on the move, let's take a look to see what it might take him to win. 1, 2, 3, 4, but at any given time, the pill bug could warp an ant away. So we've got a quite complex counting issue here for Quodlibet because of the defending pill bug. Stepanzo doesn't have quite as complex. Interesting. Moving into attack with the ant. Stepanzo continues his attack. Or maybe not. If you play at board space, there's an option. I will go up here and... Okay, nope, it doesn't show. There's an option you can choose that's automatic done, which doesn't allow you to use the done button and look at your movement before actually clicking the done button. So Stepanzo looks like he has an unbeatable attack, but we know Quodlibet has the ability to pull these things out. So, and I wonder if part of it is this spider coming in here, providing a getaway for this beetle. And of course, right now, this beetle is tied down because if the beetle moves forward, allowing the pill bug to move, either the pill bug would be able to warp the queen away or escape itself. So he attacks with the ant. Now, of course, if black could easily move into here, but the white mosquito could then cover one or the other of them. You can't keep the mosquito pinned and free the beetle at the same time. So I don't think Quodlibet's going to be able to pull this one out. If he goes to here, then the white mosquito covers the beetle, and there'll be no... Right. Bozo said that Step already has a 3 count, and he does. It's not quite a 3 count. And again, remember there's a 2-minute delay here. So I'm not going to respond on it's not quite a 3 count because of releasing the black beetle. So I'm thinking that he's going to probably even if he moves in to the trigger spot here, then the white mosquito can immediately just cover the black beetle. The question would be, oh, we also have the white ladybug that's in attacking position as well. So it doesn't look good, in my opinion, here for Quodlibet, but like I said, he always comes up with a defense of some sort. So I'm guessing he's going to move in with this ant because he doesn't want to free another ant here. So Quodlibet sent a note in and said, "Too much blunders, LOL, nice game." And that's another thing. In my book, Play Hive Like a Champion, I make one of the beginner's mistakes is making a ring. But at this level of play, players use rings for excellent positioning. So Quodlibet makes the ring, which is a way to free the beetle. But what's going to happen is the white mosquito can immediately just cover it. Yeah, that's not true either. He would probably need to cover the beetle right now. Nope, he attacked with the beetle. And he's got too many grasshoppers. So he falls on his sword and says, "Good game." So congratulations, Stepanzo, for winning game 2. So now their match is tied 1-1. And of course, if this match ends up tied, then Stepanzo wins the group because surprisingly, KP3 was able to pull a draw from world champion Quodlibet earlier. So it'll be interesting to see, are they going to play a third game tonight or second game tonight? It'll be game 3 in the match. We shall see. So as of yet, they haven't made any comments in the comment room. So Quodlibet is asking, can you play the next game now? Of course, Stepanzo's on the West Coast, so it is afternoon there. I think Quodlibet's about the same time period as we are, so I think it's probably about 8 o'clock p.m. where he is. Stepanzo says he only has about 30 minutes, so Quodlibet answered probably yes. So Stepanzo says maybe better next time because their games typically don't go in 30 minutes. The first game lasted I don't know how long the first game lasted. We'll have to take a look. It was about 30 minutes. Not typical for two players of this caliber. So Stepanzo says he can play Sunday morning or continue work days at this time. So we're glad everybody joined us this evening for the live stream. Congratulations to Stepanzo for tying the match at 1 game apiece. And they're doing some game review here. So stay tuned. If you haven't already following me on Twitter, it's at Randy Plays Hive. I've been doing daily tweets with results and upcoming matches. So let's see if I can find my list of who's scheduled to play tomorrow. There were 2 games today, this one, and the one earlier in the day between Roxar and Sturek, which that match is also tied 1-1. There is one match scheduled for tomorrow at 1700 GMT. That's Drike versus Entomokine in Group H. And both of those players are fighting for the second spot in that group. Industus has already won that group. The winner of the match between Drike and Entomokine will move on. So I'll keep an eye on their notes, and we're also on Discord. There is a link down below to our Discord channel. So watch me, and I'll be letting you know as the time progresses when they'll be playing again. Won't be able to live stream the game tomorrow, but on Friday at 1500 GMT, SP Fish and Navir are playing in Group G. That is also a very critical match as well. I won't give all the results right now because I have a few videos that I have in the works from some games that have been played. So I appreciate everybody joining us this evening. We'll go ahead and turn the review room off. And of course, I don't know why my Stream Deck is not working like it should. So I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way over in and I have just released the Hive Lexicon. It is now available. I got the final copy, my final proof copy, a day or two ago. And it is ready to go. Of course, the lexicon is a list of terms that have become common in use around the Hive community. And there's also, you can send me emails if there's other terms that you would like to have added. We're going to be updating the lexicon on a regular basis. There's a link down below, have special pricing. Right now, for certain, it's in the Amazon in the US, $5.15. It will be going up at the early part of September. And within the next day or so, it should be released in the other Amazon websites around the world. And of course, I don't know why that button is not working. Of course, the book Play Hive Like a Champion, if you haven't already purchased that, that is available. There's a link down below as well. None of my buttons on my Stream Deck are working. That's a great thing. So bear with me while I go down to here. And oh, it finally worked. There we go. My computer is acting up, so if you'd like to make a cash contribution to my channel, there's a link down below too. You can buy me a coffee. So I thank you all for joining me this evening. We had a new group of players. Sorry to Marcello and to Alexis, followers and cheering section for Quodlibet. But even though if he loses this match, he will be moving onward into the knockout round, so there's a good chance that he'll be defending his crown later on. And welcome to Tucker Bets as well. Thank you, Tucker, for joining. I appreciate everybody joining me this evening. So until next time, this will be Randy Ingersoll signing off. As always, I'm here helping you play Hive like a champion.